it's not optional. So when we talk about responsible AI, it's something that you have to do and that you should be doing, purely because the trust that you build for your customers, knowing that the solution is able, for example, to detect bias, is explainable to the extent that some of these technologies can be explainable, that puts you in a good position when in front of regulators you have to explain these kind of things, but also you give reassurance to your customers that you know what you're doing. And so at the minute, obviously all eyes are on the EU AI Act, which has already come into force, and I think will be fully operational from August next year. NetSol has got a global footprint, so we have customers in the EU, and as I said, it's not optional. We're going to have to comply with that, which means having very stringent criteria in terms of how we build our models, how we have certain tooling in order to extract the explainability out of these models, to say, given this parameter, if we change it up or down, this is how it affects the final decision. That is extremely important, as well as factors that contribute to an outcome going in one direction or another. That is the fundamental level of explainability that we need. Equally though, I have to recognize that since we have got a global footprint, different parts of the world have different sensitivity to certain issues. Some things that are not acceptable in the EU might be acceptable in China, might be acceptable elsewhere. And so I think we need to take a very tailored, localized approach to make sure that we deliver solutions that are compliant locally. And there is no overarching regulation at a global stage. We know that in the US it's still very dependent on the different states. So I would say it would be extremely cumbersome from a resource perspective if we were to take a blanket approach. So I'm still grappling with this. I'm not really an expert myself in AI when it comes to compliance and regulation, but I'm trying to do my best to find at least a high level approach that works, and then invest also with dedicated talent on this front, where I think we need to switch gears and be a lot more proactive, purely because the regulation demands that we do.